this video, I'm going to take you through what stop and limit orders are on Trading 212 when it comes to buying and selling shares. But first, if you're not signed up to Trading 212, you can do so for free by using the link in my description down below, which will also get you a free share worth up to £100. Remember, your capital is at risk. So what are stop and limit orders? Well, the first thing that you have to understand before anything is actually what a market order is. This is basically the default way of buying your stocks on Trading 212 and by far the simplest way to invest. And essentially, when you place a market order on your Trading 212 app, all you are doing is instructing them to execute a trade, whether it's a buy or a sell, as quickly as possible at the best available price. So now that we know this, we can now move on to a limit order. And with this type of order, you can get a little bit more control over the price that you pay for your shares. Basically, what you can do here is set a specific price that you want to buy the stock at, and if it reaches that said price, your order will then be placed as an ordinary market order. So for example, using Apple stock once again, the price for one share is currently at around $196, but I have set an instruction to place a limit order buy of one stock if the price ever reaches $190. A couple important things to note here is that number one, if Apple's stock price never reaches the $190 ever again, your order will actually never be placed. But if it did, the type of order that will get placed is a market order. So this means it doesn't mean you will typically get your share for exactly $190 in my example. Depending on how quickly the order gets executed, it could come in either slightly higher or even lower than the target price that you set. Now, when it comes to a limit sell, this is basically the same, but of course this time you set a target price in the future. So for example, using Apple stock once again, you could set a target of $250 that stock price would have to reach, and if the stock price reaches that target, it will execute a market sell order, once again likely being a couple cents or so higher or lower than the price that you've actually set. Oh, and finally, one more thing that Trading 212 allows you to do on both of these types of orders is actually set an expiry for your limit orders. This basically means if you only wanted to run it just for that day, you have the option of setting it to end at the end of that trading day, or if you never wanted it to end and you definitely just wanted it to hit that price and execute your order, you can set it to never expire, or you could just go in and manually cancel it. Now, when it comes to a stop order, here's where things get a little bit more confusing, especially when it comes to the stop buy order. This is because with a stop buy order, it's very similar to a limit buy order, but in this case, you set a target price above the current stock price to which you want to execute your order. Now, I know it probably doesn't make sense right now to buying a stock for higher than its current value, but there are some rare cases where people do some technical analysis with charts where this could make sense. However, I don't really recommend it. Moving on though, one which could make sense is the stop sell order, which is normally referred to as a stop loss. This is basically where you can set a sell price of lower than the current stock price right now, and this can be used as some form of protection in some cases. Let's use another example, and this time I've got some Amazon stock, and right now the current value is exactly $185, but let's say whilst I'm happy to hold Amazon stock right now, but in the future, let's say if it ever reaches $180, which is my new stop sell order, and I just want to take some profits or maybe even just cut my current losses, depending on when I actually bought, you can instruct Trading 212 to do so by using a stop order. Realistically speaking though, most of the people watching this video will hopefully be in the mindset of long-term investing. So if you want my honest opinion, a standard market order is normally going to be good enough for both buying and selling stocks. But if you did want that little bit more control over your investments, then maybe different types of limit and stop orders could be useful. Other than that, I hope you found this video useful. Don't forget to get your free share in the description down below, and I will see you in the next one.